we are focusing on the duties of the person in charge, often called the PIC, a critical topic for the ServSafe Manager exam. The 2022 FDA Food Code in Section 2-102.20 mandates that a person in charge must be present at the food establishment during all hours of operation. This is a non-negotiable requirement that frequently appears in exam questions. This individual must be a Certified Food Protection Manager, or CFPM, which is the certification you receive after passing the ServSafe Manager exam. An exam question might try to trick you with a scenario involving a very experienced but uncertified kitchen manager. They cannot be the designated PIC without that official certification. The core responsibility of the PIC is exercising active managerial control. This key term means being proactive, not reactive, in managing the 5 common risk factors for foodborne illness. Purchasing food from unsafe sources, failing to cook food correctly, holding food at incorrect temperatures, using contaminated equipment, and practicing poor personal hygiene. The exam will test this concept with scenario-based questions. For example, if a line cook is seen plating ready-to-eat food with their bare hands, the PIC's duty is to immediately intervene, ensure the food is discarded, and retrain the employee on proper procedures. The PIC is directly accountable for enforcing the food code during their shift. This includes verifying that poultry reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit and that cold time temperature control for safety foods are held at 41 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Another common exam scenario involves employee health. If a food handler reports having a sore throat and fever, the PIC is responsible for knowing the correct procedure, which is to restrict them from working with or around food. During a health inspection, the PIC must accompany the inspector, answer questions, and be prepared to provide records like shell stock tags or employee illness logs. A test question might ask what the PIC's first step should be when an inspector arrives, and the correct answer will always involve cooperation and accompanying them. To remember the PIC's main duties, use the mnemonic ACT. A is for accountable. The PIC is ultimately responsible for any food safety violations on their watch. C is for control. The PIC must actively control the risk factors. T is for teach. The PIC has an ongoing duty to train and reinforce food safety rules with all staff. A final exam trap to be aware of is the distinction between the general manager and the PIC. The PIC is the certified person in charge of a specific shift, who might be a shift supervisor or lead chef. Not necessarily the owner, who may be off-site. The critical point is that a CFPM certified individual with authority must be present and in charge at all times. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.